Speculation is swirling that Steve Bannon could soon be out at Breitbart after President Trump said his former top aide had, quote, lost his mind. That followed the pre-release excerpt from a book that claimed Bannon had called a June 2016 meeting between Trump and campaign staff and some Russians, a Russian lawyer, as treasonous and unpatriotic. Now, many people quoted in the book, Fire and Fury, by Michael Wolff, are denying making critical comments about the president or his staff, but Bannon has not. So let's turn to someone who was there, Bannon's deputy during the presidential campaign, New York Times best-selling co-author of Let Trump Be Trump. Congratulations to Dave Bossie. Great to see you. How you doing, man?
I'm great.
I bet you're happy you're not in the White House, right?
I am, and I'm very happy.
Oh.
I'm happy that our book is doing
well. No, I'm so happy for you. And let's talk about what's going on here, because the left is treating this like it is finally, it's like manna from heaven for them. These Bannon comments are released. Book is now out on tomorrow. They've sped up the publication. This is like a PR. This is a PR dream for every writer. The White House attacks the book, tries to say the book shouldn't come out, threatening to sue. What's happening?
This book seems to be National Enquirer on steroids.
None of it's true?
It's just sensational journalism. It's not journalism. It is. I'm concerned about what is true and what isn't true. This author has a history of taking liberties with things. I'm deeply concerned about what my friend, Steve Bannon has said to this person. Look, I don't believe for a minute that
he wasn't even at the camp. He wasn't even at the campaign when that meeting took place.
Well, and nothing in that meeting was unpatriotic, or it was a fairly standard meeting for anybody who's involved in a campaign.
Yeah, first of all, the word treasonous has real legal implications and a prerequisite. So
Don Jr. is a very patriotic man. I have spent a lot of time with him. He's the furthest thing from that. And so I take great umbrage.
Well, Steve hasn't denied the comments. He has not denied the comments, but he also today said that there's nothing's going to come between the Trump agenda and me or Breitbart. Setting him aside, though, why would the White House think it was a good idea to allow Michael Wolff to park himself in the West Wing lobby, where I've sat many times waiting for meetings and so forth, waiting for interviews? And then basically he was given carte blanche to talk to top aides. I know that because they've told me that. They were told by one individual who was, I guess, speaking for the president, talk to X, Y, Z, and they all talked. Yeah. And he has tapes.
Well, he says he has tapes. We haven't seen or heard of him.
The president said he had a tape once, too. I'm joking. That just came to mind. I don't know.
Wolff is somebody who did have access, and it is pretty surprising.
Why think that Michael Wolff is going to do anything to help advance the Trump agenda, or even, frankly, be fair?
He was never going to be, and I'll
be honest with you. I don't know why they did that.
It's the biggest error. It's one of the biggest mistakes, and now we're off the agenda. We're not talking about the successful tax reform.
We're getting into DACA next segment.
Well, I hope so. But the president just has the momentum coming out of this tax reform package, and a great bill, and the economy is steaming along, and then we get distraction.
Why has Steve Bannon's lost his mind? Just say, look, Steve has his own views, and I mean. I did the whole Ingram angle about the smarts of Donald Trump, how he outfoxed everyone. Great political instinct.
The best political instincts I've ever seen.
But don't keep the news cycle going on a topic that's not helping you. That's what, and I get it. You want to defend yourself. I understand that.
He's the best counterpuncher that we've ever seen. Ask Hillary Clinton.
But also don't punch down. Don't punch down.
You don't. But when this book, these people, the mainstream media, want to use everything at their disposal. The other cable networks are just salivating over this.
But they're just selling more books now.
That's all they're doing, and that's what the whole game is about. Let's make no bones about it. It's to fill Michael Wolff's pockets.
Now, I didn't speak to Michael Wolff. A lot of people spoke to him. I'm like, yeah, I see a quote from me there. I don't talk to those people.
I haven't seen the book yet. So.
Well, I didn't speak to him, so I know I'm not quoted. But let's talk about the elite's criticism of Donald Trump as disengaged, as uninformed, as now they're making the argument that he could have neurological problems. These articles are actually not appearing just in left-wing websites either.
But it's a joke. Look, the president is an incredibly well-educated, well-read, and very smart guy. You don't get to be president of the United States if you're not.
Dave Bossie, congratulations on the book. So proud of you. And it was a page turner. I gave a couple copies for Christmas gifts, by the way. I still got to get you to sign them. Thanks so much.